Welcome, guys, to another episode of The Candy Show. I'm your host, Candy. Once again, we are live here in Chicago, Illinois. And I have this beautiful lady sitting next to me, guys. Now, I want you to welcome this beautiful lady. And you know what? I'm going to do something different. Just because I like her voice and I want her to do her thing. Miss Sylvia, correct?
Yes, you've got it.
Yes. See?
Sylvia,
See,
Miss
I don't like
Sylvia
how I
D.
say it, but I'm gonna let her introduce herself to you.
Well, I love how you say it, Candy. I really do. You have
Awesome.
a great voice too. I mean, obviously. But yes, I am Sylvia or Sylvia D, founder and owner of Soulpazz for all things bath, body, and soul. And it's so good to be here.
Okay, well,
Loving the
welcome.
vibes.
Welcome to the Candy
Hey,
Show.
hey,
Hold on, I gotta
hey.
give you the claps.
Okay.
Hey. Oh well, guys. Now I just recently met Miss Soulpazz, and first of all, I'm loving the name, but we're gonna go. We're gonna
Thank you.
get.
Thank you.
We attended the Chicago
Fashion
Fashion
Week.
Week, and I just loved everything about her. And our previous guest, Mr. Kevin Ross, said, "Hey, you need to meet her." And then we just clicked, we talked. All right, well, tell us a little bit about what's going on, Miss. Can I still say so, Pies?
Yes, you can. Yes, you
Okay,
can.
okay.
I can run the streets. If you said Miss Soulpaz, I will answer to it. If someone says, "Hey, Soulpaz," I'm like, "Oh, that must be me. That must be me." Are there some ashy elbows anywhere? Are there some ashy elbows anywhere? I'm here.
Wait, I think she just called me out. Let me check. Let me check. Okay, no,
I
okay.
I will say that anyone that knows me knows that you're gonna make sure that you're gonna have some sort of essential oil, some sort of shea butter, sugar scrub. You have no reason to not be glowing and glossy
Ooh,
if you know me. Okay? So springtime, summertime, wintertime, fall, I got you. I got you.
okay, now come on now. All right, all right. Well, now we're here in Chicago.
Yes,
Are you from Chicago?
I am not originally from Chicago. But I feel like, here's the thing. I've been here long enough. I feel like I paid my dues. Like, when you've done 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 winters, okay?
Oh yeah, yeah. You.
You a Chicagoan. But I actually, my roots are here in the Midwest. I have family here in Chicago. But I grew up in Los Angeles. Believe it or
Oh,
not.
sorry.
Yes,
Why are you
I
here in this
know.
cold?
I know. And that's what everyone says. Everyone says, "Why did you go back to Chicago?" And I'm like, "Well, I have family here. I have a business here. And when you say Chicago, there's something about the grit, the hustle, the arts, and the culture that just people gravitate towards. And that's what I gravitated towards when I first moved to Chicago and decided to make Chicago my home.
Wow. Wow. Well, I'm sorry, but yeah, okay. Well,
I know.
okay.
The
I'm not from
winners.
Chicago. I'm from Indianapolis, so but it's still the same. So,
The winners will make you feel like, oh my gosh, why am I still here? Who can attest? Every winter, we're like, I gotta move. I gotta move. I gotta get out of here. Why am I still here? Every winter, it gets worse and worse. There's more snowfall. There's more inches. Why am I still here? And then you bear with it a little bit, and then you're like, oh, springtime is almost here. You get that one warm day, and then you're like, oh, summer's coming.
we
Summer's
good.
coming. And then when summer's here, you're like, oh, this is why I'm still here.
Yes.
Can we just ride that out?
And then Chicago has some great water, the lakes. So,
Yes.
I would take that scenery before Indianapolis because there's nothing that's there, like that. Because I like water. So, yeah,
Yes.
that's the reason why.
Yes. Yes.
Tell us, why were you at the Chicago Fashion Week?
Well, at Chicago Fashion Week, I actually was debuting some VIP Soul Paz bags. And so every VIP invite for Chicago Fashion Week was able to indulge in some of the luxury self care products that I make through the collections in Soul Paz. So I was there setting up a display, making sure people knew what was in the bags, what was in the boxes, and then also enjoying the fashion, enjoying the vibe, enjoying the music. Again, Chicago is a world class city with so much to offer, and there's still people who do not know that we have a poppin' music scene, fashion scene, all of that. And I also feel like when it comes to really good skincare, when it comes to beauty and that glow, I want Chicago to be known for those types of things too. And that's what I'm here to present with a company like Soulpazz.
Well,
Yes.
okay, I got to get a little backstory.
Hmm.
Why Soulpazz name?
Yeah.
And then why this adventure?
Yes. Well, soul pause, actually, when you even think of the word soul pause, like break it down, like say soul pause, like say it with me, soul pause.
Soulpazz.
Like just take your time with it. Like, don't you just feel relaxed
Soulpazz.
after
Yeah.
saying it? That's the essence of soul pause. And soul pause, when you break it down in Latin, it literally translates to peace for your soul. And I want everything that you put on your skin, that you consume, that you think about to bring peace to your soul, bring peace of mind. And when it comes to, especially living in any metropolitan city, but especially Chicago, don't we all need and deserve a little bit more peace in our lives?
Yes.
A little bit more peace of mind, and that comes from the moment you walk outside your home to the time that you lay your head down. You should be able to experience peace of mind at some point throughout that day.
Yes.
And that's what I needed in my life. So when you talk about the backstory, as most, I'll say most brands or most innovations, it always started in probably not the best place, probably even a place where you knew you needed to grow. And so for me, Soul Pause was born out of the need for um, a better way to skincare, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in my early teens, I experienced so much, but especially I experienced like acne and hyperpigmentation. But I also realized I was experiencing a lot of stress and anxiety that I was not really learning how to cope with. You know, a lot of us, we weren't taught how to cope with stress. We weren't taught how to cope with like crazy environments like South Central Los Angeles, like Chicago, right?
Traffic.
Right. So all of it was happening at the same time. And I was so tired of, as I got older, of dermatologists telling me what to put on my face, going through the struggle of not knowing what is going to work for me now. People telling me, oh, you'd be so pretty if you didn't have all those spots on your face, and coming home with friends and family members and schoolmates, classmates, everyone just telling me, oh, you'd be so if you weren't so. And it was like so much judgment. And it was a really heartbreaking time for me growing up as an adolescent, even moving into my early 20s. And it was around the time, I would say about 28, 29, I was about to hit 30. And I was
What?
thinking,
Wait, hold on. I gotta stop. I'm sorry. You are not nowhere near 30. No, I can't see that.
well, I'll be 40 this year. In a couple of months, actually. Yes, yes. So I started this journey. If this is not a testament, starting a journey in your life can transform you literally, physically, mentally, spiritually, right? So, um, moving towards my 30s, I said, I have had enough. I've had enough. I have to make a change. And I made a change with some of the things that I was eating because it's a lifestyle. I hate to say diet because, diet, the root word of that is die. And I feel like anything that has that word in it, subconsciously, you're thinking, I'm not going to be able to maintain it. And I'm still literally contributing to my death. And so I feel like every single thing has to breathe life into you. So I started changing my eating lifestyle, started eliminating some of the things like sugar, some carbs, changed into more plant-based way of eating. And then I thought, wow, I made some changes. I was experiencing some results in my skin. It was showing up in my skin. And I said, well, how do I take it to the next level? And I said, wow, some of these same things that I'm eating are good for my skin too, but topically. So I call them my herbs and spices. I started playing with oils, playing with herbs, playing with spices, realizing the power of plants, and started making some things for myself. And I said, wow, I feel really good about this. I feel better using these things on my skin versus going to the store, buying this no name, free and clear, fragrance free. First of all, that stuff's not fun. everybody's got the cherry blossom bomb unicorn glitter roddy stuff going on, and I was using free and clear everything because I changed my lifestyle as far as my skincare, and I said there's got to be a better way. There's got to be a better way. I know the power of plants, and I know that we can make something fun, something that smells good, especially, if you're a lady, you want to smell good
Come on.
all the time. You walk in a room and then you walk by someone and they could still be like, oh, who was that?
Oh.
A minute later, like, who was that? I want to know. I want to know. They weren't doing that for me because I was wearing all this free and clear stuff trying to keep it cool for my skin. But I was like, that's no fun. So I put together some things, made my first batch, shared it with a few coworkers after that. And one person told another person, told another person. You know what happens after that. It's like a domino effect. And before I knew it, I was like, wow, am I onto something? I think I'm onto something. And Soulpazz was born.
Wow. Okay, now Soulpazz. Let's go ahead and take a break. Pause for the cause. And guys, we're gonna come back and find out exactly where did Soulpazz come from. Okay? We'll be right back. Welcome back, guys, in another episode of the Candy Show. I am your host, Candy. We are here once again live in Chicago, Illinois, and I have Miss Beautiful Soulpazz. Oh my goodness. Come on now. The color
Sounds
is
good when you say it.
relaxing. I'm liking the hair. Come on now, because
Thank you. I had to fluff it out a little bit. Had to fluff it, get a little curly action. Every time I say, you know how we are. We say we're gonna switch it up, and then someone say, "Oh, it's so nice." I'll be like, "Okay, I guess I'll
gotta
keep
keep
it up for a little week."
man, I can't
You
get
know,
out of this straight hair for nothing,
maybe
man.
another week. Somebody
Ooh.
say, "Oh, that's so nice," and I'm like, "Wow, it's getting better." And it's funny because it's almost become synonymous with the brand. And so I hate to change it. I take a lot of pictures and I'm just like, and post. And I'm like, wow, is anyone going to recognize me if I do anything else?
Well, right. And that's part of the branding. It's like,
Yeah.
well, when it's time to change up, it's gonna be hard because everybody's so used to seeing you in a specific way, like my candy show shirts.
Yes. Love
I
it.
mean, I want to get different colors.
Cotton.
Thank you. But I love the bling bling and my colors is black,
Mm-hmm.
white, and red. But at the end of the day, that doesn't necessarily mean that I don't have to do,
That's true.
a blue with my still logo. You know what I'm saying? So,
But
but
at the end of the day, it's you. It's you that we see. So you the
okay.
brand. You the brand. Cause you candy.
Okay, come on.
Lipstick popping.
Come
Hey. We just had a
Natural.
girlfriend moment. We just had a girlfriend
Come on
moment.
now.
Sorry.
Natural, raw, and real up in here. All right, let's talk about Soulpazz and how you came about coming up with that. Just Soulpazz. I mean, because really, I did the
Name.
same thing
The
at home.
name.
I'm like, that's just a smooth name anyway.
Wow. Thank you. And I'm glad that resonates with you and also with others because I wanted to come up with something that not only spoke to like the product, like the essence of the product, but also a feeling, a vibe. I didn't want to just have a name like initially I was thinking, well, I'm gonna have sugar scrubs and shea butter souffles, and I'm gonna have like bath bombs. What am I gonna call this? And so I was like, should it be called like scrubs and things, butters and things? And I said no because I believe that just like as individuals we evolve. I see a company that's evolving, a collection that will evolve just beyond. Something that you put on your skin, but also lifestyle items, digital products, things that you can incorporate in your life. And I said, I want a name that speaks to what we're all searching for, a little bit of peace, a little bit of peace of mind. And when you think about like good names that stand out, they kind of have a little ring to it, right? And I needed something that had a ring to it. So one day when I was thinking of all the names, and I said, okay, I could call it Scrubs and stuff, right? But I said, no, what do I want? I also wanted to resonate not just locally, not just nationally, but also internationally. So I wanted something that kind of had an international feel and also had, kind of a bouginess to it. It's like elevated, elevated, right? So I thought of peace and I thought all of the variations that I've seen, the word peace and paz stood out. And also, I feel like with my California roots, I was surrounded by a lot of Spanish, a lot of Spanish speaking folks. So it made sense that I would have something that also spoke to that background and something that I was searching for, peace of mind and peace of my soul. So Soulpazz was born, and it made sense to put it together because I was like, this is one word. I almost wanted it to be like its own language, like it's Soulpazz. It's Soulpazz, and you take your time with it. Soulpazz.
I mean, because I can hear that on a commercial now. Soul
Mm.
pause.
Yes, yes.
Get it now in stores near you. You know
Yes.
something. I mean, like I really, I do kind of do my deep
You do
voice.
this.
So tell us about the products and how do you what are your ingredients in the products?
Yes, well, I'm glad you asked because you can't have something named Soul Pause and it be a bunch of fluff, a bunch of junk, right? So the products currently consist of shea butter souffle. That was kind of like the heart and soul of it. It was that and the sugar scrub. When I first started with my first jars of each, I said, "Wow, I think I have something." And inside of both were just simple ingredients and things that you could pronounce, things that were good for you, essential oils and herbal infusions. And from there, I it evolved to a collection of bath bombs, bath salts, essential oils, and then it evolved into, oh, okay, let's do some scented perfumes. Let's do some facial care. Let's do some masks. And I said, okay, let's play around with some CBD. Let's make sure that we're getting the entire effects, from mind, body, spirit. And so I'm happy to say that from those two jars that I started with, Soul Pause has evolved into over 3 dozen products available, bundles, sets, and customized, personalized skincare. Someone told me the other day, they said, you need to start calling it designer skincare because that's what you do for us. And I said, okay, that's what it
Okay.
is. Soul Pause has designer skincare.
Wow. Tell us about what your most popular product is.
Yes. Well, right now that we're moving into these summer days, a little hot weather, a little sunshine, we're definitely thinking about brightening and toning our skin from head to toe. So, right now, the most popular product is the Blood Orange Essential Citrus Sugar Scrub and Shea Butter Souffle. Now, both of those work really good and they work hand in hand because when you think citrus, just think of a slice of an orange, right? It's bright, it's
Lemon.
juicy, it's lovely, right? And just like they say, you want to drink orange juice, get your vitamin C, your face needs vitamin C too, stimulate the collagen. You want to make sure that you're brightening and evening up your skin tone. And then when you're soaking up that sun, that you're not, clashing with any other things that are on your skin. So the blood orange sugar scrub does that, and it's gentle enough to use every other day from your head to your toe, and also the shea butter souffle. So that goes hand in hand. So after you've used the sugar scrub, you use that shea butter souffle. It's a shea butter
Souffle.
souffle. So it's not your round the way shea butter. I do have to say that. It's not your round the way shea butter. When you use this, a little bit goes a long way. You're not gonna be trying to like work it in. We know about these shea butter blocks here on the streets, okay? You're like, okay, I got a little bit, but damn, I'm looking like I'm frying in a vat of chicken grease right now, sticking to the car seat, and you got your glow on. You got your glow on, but your skirt's done stuck together and you can't get it up from under your arm. That's not the shea butter I sell, y'all. It's not the shea butter. That's not what I'm going for. And so I had to elevate everything. So those two together work really well. And it's one of my favorite things. And then everyone loves bath bombs. Who doesn't love a bath bomb that you could just drop in the tub, right? And let it snap, let it crackle, let it pop, let it just do its thing. But know that it has Epsom salt in it.
Oh,
Know that it has coconut oil in it.
oh,
Know that it has essential oils in it. And that blood orange in there is going to make sure that everything else is just sitting so good on your skin when you get out. Ooh, I want to take a bath now.
okay, now
Can we
come
go
on.
take a
Listen, let me tell you something. As we get older, our bodies change.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm actually, I'm natural, raw, real here. I'm
Hey.
currently going through change right now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That I realized that some things going on with my body during pandemic, and I'm like,
Okay.
okay. But if I had paid attention to myself 20 plus years ago, if
Mm.
I had got that, because it was passed down My mother didn't teach me. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm.
when you're not taught, sometimes you don't know. So
Right.
at the end of the day, after going through life and putting my son out there and doing this thing, making him, an adult, that was the only time when I really had chance to actually do something for myself.
Mm.
But now 20 years later, yeah, I'm just discovering I should have did this a long time ago.
Right.
So I love the things that you are about when it comes to Soulpazz and your products, because it's time for me to be me. It's time for me to
Yes.
do me,
Do
like pay
you?
attention to me and not anything else.
Mm.
So those types of things, they are so
So
important.
important. What you're talking about is self care. And, everyone's talking about self care right now. Self care is like the cool kid on the street right now, right? But what are you what are you really doing every day to actually make that happen? And what I have found from talking to like hundreds and hundreds of women, just like yourself, right? It's like we know what we need to do, but how do we carve out that time every day? And what happens is we end up doing what we've always done, right? We'll save it for a day when we have more time, or we'll save it until the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. And then Saturday and Sunday, you're doing your ripping and running, and then you're just trying to recover from the work week. And what I wanted to create were things that, okay, you don't have to mark this thing off your checklist. You don't have to think like self care is now another chore for you. It shouldn't be a chore because now you're getting stressed out thinking, I should be self-caring every day. And now you're just like, I should have did that. I should have meditated. I should have wrote in my journal. I should have took a bath. I should have did this. No, 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 no. So I wanted to make something too that reminded and inspired you to incorporate that into something that you're doing every day. And I mean, what's more sacred and beautiful than taking a few moments in the shower to just say, and if there's something that I can make that can make you breathe deeper, and for that one moment, you're like, that feels good. That feels good. I'm ready to take the day. If I can put together some essential oils and herbs that you may not know, but I know is going to help energize you, right? Or we're going to add a couple of drops of CBD too, because you may be super anxious, but you don't know that, wow, I feel calm today. What's this about? What's this about? That's when I want to add to people's lives. I want to add some of the same things that I felt like I was missing. And like you said, we weren't taught. We were taught to go, 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 and to judge ourselves by how much we go, 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 go. And and then we bond over how much we're burnt out.
Yes.
It's like the burnout bound. Like, I worked 15 hours a day. I worked 16 hours. I worked all day and I didn't get no break. Like, why are we like cheering that on? Like, I feel like we need to definitely change how we actually celebrate our lives and our accomplishments. And it should not be the burnout.
But that's how it always is. You always get to the point where, okay, you got to go to the doctor, and your doctor has to tell you, okay, well, you need to change some things up.
hmm
Oh, wow.
hmm
Well, guys, once again, we are here actually, I was about to say Indianapolis. Well, guys, once again, we are here
Neighbors.
in Chicago, Illinois. I have Miss Soulpazz here, guys. When we come back, because we're definitely going to do one more break before we get out of here, because once again, I know you are just as busy too. So, guys, when we come back, Miss Soulpazz, I want you to, we're going to talk about the Fashion Week also.
Gotcha.
Okay. And how we can tie that into your brands. Okay, guys, so we'll be right back. Welcome, guys, back to another episode of The Candy Show. I'm your host, Candy. I am here in Chicago, Illinois with Miss Beautiful guest, Soulpazz, and she was talking about her self-care line. Okay, go ahead and let them know.
This self care line, you need it in your life. I think you really need it in your life. If you're suffering from any type of anxiety or you're just transitioning to a cleaner way of living, plant based beauty, plant based lifestyle, and you're looking for someone to guide you on that journey, I'm available. And you may want to check out Soul Pause. There might be a few things that you might like there. Hey.
Tell them. Go ahead and tell them how they can reach you and how can they order Soulpazz. You got a website? Tell them a little bit about.
I do. So, one of the things I would encourage everyone to do is to drop in my Instagram feed. I pride myself on my Instagram because I don't want it to just be a bunch of pictures, a bunch of fluff. You're going to get tips, you're going to get guides, you're going to get ways that you can incorporate self care into your lifestyle. And so, that is at Soul Pause Life because it's a lifestyle. That is SOULPAZ Soulpaz Life. Soulpaz Life on Instagram, Facebook. Also drop in on YouTube. I'd be happy to see you there at Soulpazz Life. And of course, all of the collections for self care, bundles, personalized gifts can be found at soulpaz.com. Soulpaz.com.
Okay, now is this line, are these self-care products, are they also available for men?
Absolutely. I'm glad you said that. You know what? There's a common misconception that when you have something, let's say like a scrub or a butter, oh, that must be some foo-foo stuff for girls, right? And there are men's items too in the Soul Pause collection. I'm actually dropping a specific line in June, in honor of Father's Day, Juneteenth, having something for men because especially right now, I think we've been talking more and more about self-care and mental health. This is Mental Health Awareness Month, and I feel like, especially in the Black and Brown communities, our men are saying, hey, we have a voice, we have feelings, and we need to self care too. And so, part of what a gentleman's line in the Soul Pause collection will do is answer that. A lot of men have told me they love the products and they want something that speaks to them. So, I'm happy to offer that too.
Oh, wow. Okay. Now, all right. I think you have a little gift for me too.
Yes,
Yay.
absolutely, absolutely. I come bearing gifts. I come bearing gifts, and anyone that knows me in my vicinity has to be touched by Soulpaz. So I brought a little baggie for you. It's just a little itty bitty baggie. That's just the tip of the iceberg. But I couldn't let you go back home without a little taste of Soulpaz.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so you can self-care. Yeah. And then the thing about it starts with one thing. It usually starts with the sample. It usually starts I love making samples, first of all. It is my joy. It is my joy. It's that first whiff. It's the expression I see on your face when you first like experience something. That does something for me. It's like that means more than anything to know that you're impacted to the way where it's like, this is like, wow, it's
So
different.
you see me. I feel like I definitely need to be in a tub right now.
It hits you.
Oh
It
my
hits you.
gosh.
See, you're inspired to actually soak. And that's what so many people say they don't have time to do.
Mm-mm.
They don't have time to soak. And I'm like, no, you need that Epsom salt. You want to soak, you want to detox, and then you want to replenish and nourish and all of those things.
Mm.
And this actually is kind of like the bag that the VIPs got at Chicago Fashion Week. So you
Oh,
didn't miss out at all. You did not miss out
oh,
at all.
okay. Yeah, all
Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm.
right. Ooh, well, Miss Soapos, I thank you so much for attending the candy show here in Chicago, Illinois, guys. Ooh, man, she said a lot. But once again, let them know once again how they can purchase your products and how they
Absolutely.
can reach you.
Absolutely. Well, of course, you want to drop by Instagram at Soulpaz Life, Soulpazlife. And then I'd be happy to see you. Happy to see you drop by soulpaz.com. And I actually have another gift for you. You didn't know. For all of
Oh,
your candy listeners, drop in the code CANDY and you get not only a free gift, let them know you heard about us on this show, but you get 25% the entire site,
wow.
including sale items. Yeah, yeah, that wasn't in the bag, but I had to,
Okay, now.
come
Oh,
bearing
shoot.
gifts.
That's what I'm talking about. Well, I'm definitely going to enjoy my gift. Miss Soapaz, once again, thank you so much for coming on the Candy Show. Thank you for allowing the Candy Show to be in your world. Guys, make sure that you purchase her products. Support, support, support. There you go. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in into another episode of the Candy Show. You already know who I am. I am Candy. Guys, make sure that you are following the Candy Talk Show page on Instagram. And if you like YouTube, because I know we all dibble and dabble on YouTube every once in a while, make sure that you subscribe, hit your notification buttons. Oh, me and this daggone word here. Hit your notification buttons on the Candy Talk Show, Instagram and YouTube and
Worldwide,
yeah, right, right,
worldwide,
right, right.
everywhere.
All right. YouTube page, capital C, number 2, Candy Productions 2, capital C, number 2, Candy Productions. Guys, make sure that you subscribe, like, tell everyone, share, Instagram, Candy Talk Show. Guys, thank you so much for another episode, and we are out. Bye.
Bye. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.